Hey, what's going down, folks? It's your boy C23 back on the sticks once again with another NBA 2K16 MyCareer playoff episode for you guys. And this one is pretty special. I'm bringing it to you guys live on Christmas Day. So from me to all of my subscribers, or to anybody who just might be checking this video out in general, I want to wish you guys a very Merry Christmas. And if you're one of the people that don't celebrate Christmas, then I want to wish you guys a very happy and prosperous holiday season. And so with that being the case, I'm probably going to do this video a little bit differently than I do my others. So instead of the normal play-by-play that you would usually get, with it being a holiday, I kind of wanted to reach out and connect with you guys and see what you guys have going on this holiday season. Now, for all the people that might be watching this video who don't regularly follow the channel, this is game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals, and my Bulls currently lead the series 1-0. But to everybody else who already knows what's up, what's going on with you guys? How's your Christmas treating you so far? Have you guys already gone through the gift exchange at home yet? I know I'm launching this video pretty early in the morning, so there's a good chance you probably haven't gotten around to it yet. But if you have, what did you guys get? Did anybody get some new clothes, new game, new gear? Drop me a comment down below and let me know what you guys got, because I'm curious. Did anybody get a new system for Christmas? I remember the year I got my first Super Nintendo for Christmas. I almost lost my freaking mind, you guys. I was probably running through the house like Kevin on Home Alone. I kid you not, I was super excited. And I remember it just like it was yesterday because it was raining pretty good that day. And I ran out in the front yard celebrating in my pajamas, and I stepped in my grandmother's flower bed and ruined my favorite pair of floppy ear Goofy slippers. And it really didn't matter to me because I had my Super Nintendo, my friends were coming over, and I was good, we could play. So that was probably one of my favorite Christmas memories as a kid. Now, I'm also curious to know, did you guys actually give any great gifts to anybody in your family? Because the holidays aren't necessarily all about what you get, but it's also about the joy that you bring and share with other people's lives. And I've always been the type of dude that enjoys making somebody else happy a little bit more than just myself. But that's just me and how I see it. I don't expect everybody to be the same. Where the heck was I going with this? Anyway, it's not too late to be thoughtful. But anyways, check it out, you guys. The other day I was on Twitter, like I usually am, just scrolling through the massive amounts of nonsense on there. And I came across this story that I thought was pretty hilarious. It was about this little girl, and I don't remember exactly how old she is, but she was, wait, hold on. But I'll come back to that in a second. I want to know, do I have any hardcore, legit believers in Santa Claus watching this video? According to my YouTube analytics, I don't, but you can never be too careful. So if any of you guys put out milk and cookies last night, you may want to consider skipping the next 30 seconds or so in this video, because I'm about to drop something you may not want to hear, and I don't want to be held responsible for personally ruining anybody's childhood memory of Saint Nick. I'm just saying, you've been warned. But no, back to the story. This little girl was young enough to still believe in Santa Claus, and she somehow found out that her parents were pretending to be Santa Claus, bringing gifts, eating the cookies and all that. But once she discovered the truth, she wrote this strongly worded letter to her parents and slid it under their door. And it was the funniest thing in the world to me. And I wish I had the story in front of me so I could quote it, but she was really going in on her mom. Like, she was thanking her mom for ruining her life and this and that. Like, it was crazy. And then at the end of the letter, she drew a picture of a hand flipping the bird. I thought that was hilarious. Like, she has no idea of what legit disappointment actually looks like. And it's funny how something like that could just be so devastating to her. And I remember when I was a kid, I was really perceptive, and I figured it out pretty quickly that my grandmother and Santa Claus had the exact same style of handwriting. And after that, my grandparents pretty much figured out that I caught on to them, so they tried to switch it up by having my grandfather write the Santa Claus responses. And I'm like, dude, come on now, just give it up. I know your handwriting as well, so there's no way around it. And sure enough, we sat down and talked about it, and it was over. Like, it really wasn't a big deal. But anyway, I thought that story was pretty funny, and I'll share it with you guys if you want. I'll check on Twitter to see if I can find it and maybe retweet it or something. And if you guys have a little downtime throughout the day, it might be worth checking out to get a good laugh. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is, I'd like to find out from you guys if any of you have any type of weird isn't the right word. The word I'm looking for here is unique. If you guys have any unique family traditions that you guys do around the holidays, what are they? Just sharing a couple of mine. I know one really sticks out around Thanksgiving time. We always gather around the table to bless the food before we eat, and each person would have to give like a little mini speech about what it is that they were thankful for that year. And depending on how many people showed up to Thanksgiving that year, that could be a pretty long, drawn out event. So I'm sure you guys can imagine what that must have been like. Now for Christmas, we really didn't have too many. You know, being raised in the church, we always would have some sort of holiday function going on around the church. So I'd always be pretty involved with that, whether it be some kind of concert or a play that I was in. Like, I was always doing something around the holidays regarding the church. So I guess that can be considered a tradition. And oh, there was one that we started just before I moved out, where we got to exchange one gift on Christmas Eve right before dinner. And of course, it was always a small gift like a stocking stuffer or something like that. We would never give the main gift on Christmas Eve. That had to wait till Christmas. Oh, and I got one more for you guys. Just talking about it now kind of jogged my memory. My folks had this weird tradition where they would keep one of my gifts until Christmas night. As I got older, I actually found out there was a good reason for it, but at the time, you guys, I hated that tradition. I remember back to the year the original PlayStation launched. It was the only thing that I asked for Christmas that year. So I wake up that morning and opened up all these other gifts, no PlayStation. Throughout the day, I'm getting phone calls from all my friends and cousins that got the PlayStation telling me how awesome it was and this and that, cracking jokes on the side and everything. So the entire day passes, and at about 7:30 at night, I walk into my bedroom and there's this rap box sitting on my bed. Sure enough, I ended up getting what I wanted, but I had to wait the entire day. Like, I could have been playing with it all afternoon. But anyways, that was just one of those weird traditions that my folks had. And later I found out that they started doing that because I would never get my chores done. Plus they wanted me to have something to open up once my cousins got there at night. So I guess it kind of worked out in the end. But anyways, those were just a couple of holiday traditions. Feel free to share some of yours in the comment section below. I know some of you guys gotta have some wild and crazy traditions that you guys do. I know some of your families might travel or maybe take a winter vacation somewhere out of the country. Make sure you guys let me know if you do, because I've always wanted to spend Christmas in like the UK or somewhere like that, just so I can say that I woke up on Christmas Day in a completely different country. It's just really one of those things that I've always wanted to do. Now folks, I'm just about to wrap this video up, but before I let you go and get back to your Christmas festivities, there's something important that I want to say before we end this video. Now, as a lot of you guys already know, 2015 really wasn't a good year for me from a physical and emotional standpoint. You know, dealing with something that could potentially be that life altering is not an easy thing to deal with. And when I opened up about it to let you guys know what was going on, the outpour of support and prayers and thoughts and well wishes and everything has just been tremendous. And as we celebrate Christmas and transition into 2016, I just want to let all of you guys know how important you are to me. And I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you guys have been doing. You guys have been great. And I'm so thankful for each and every one of you who took the second to click that little red subscribe button and show support for me for however long it's been. I can't say enough. So thank you once again, folks. It really means everything to me. You guys have no idea. But I'm pretty much out of time in this one, folks. Merry Christmas once again. Thank you for tuning into this video, and I'll see all of you guys in the next one real soon.